All right, COB superstars, buckle up. We're diving headfirst into an absolutely critical part of our 10-part Mastering COB series today. You've crushed it through 8 fantastic modules, and now, for Part 9, we're tackling claim building in Decipher, the key differences. Understanding the intricate nuances in how we build claims within Decipher is where we really unlock efficiency and accuracy. It's all about those distinctions, right? Get ready to sharpen those skills, because you're about to become a maestro of Decipher claim building. Let's get to it.
All right, let's talk about the precision of what we do, the Precision Protocol. It's not just a fancy name, it's our entire methodology for claim building. Specifically, we're zeroing in on claim building in Decipher for our BCBS Wyoming work. This is where the rubber meets the road for Medicare recovery. See all these incoming arrows? Those are your diverse data points, claim lines, member details, all the raw information pouring in. They converge right here into our central processing hub. That's Decipher, where we meticulously build those claims. That document with the magnifying glass? That's you, diligently reviewing, cross-referencing, ensuring every single detail is perfect. This isn't just data entry, it's data crafting. Because here's the absolute truth, gang. Precision in setup ensures accuracy in recovery. Think about it. Sloppy input, missed details, that doesn't just mean a rework, it means lost dollars in recovery. And we don't do lost dollars, do we? Every step here, from the initial data intake to that final review in Decipher, has to be executed with laser precision to guarantee those accurate recoveries.
All right, let's zoom in on our core mission. The entire objective here is Medicare secondary payer recovery. This is where we make a huge impact, right? See those 4 critical steps? You start by identifying overlap, finding those claims where both Medicare and a commercial plan paid. Then you determine primacy, who should have paid first. This is where your MSP rule knowledge is absolutely critical. Now look at step 3, highlighted in blue. Build claims. This is huge. This isn't just data entry. This is where you transform your findings into concrete recovery actions. You've identified the overpayment. You've established Medicare's primary status. Now we're building the specific claims that need to be recovered. It's all about precision here. Why do we do this? Our target is clear: recovering overpayments where Medicare should have been the primary payer. Think about it. Every dollar we recover is a dollar saved for the program. And what's our mandate? It's all about adhering to those crucial MSP rules. That's how we ensure fiscal responsibility. No shortcuts, just solid, accurate application of the rules. Your role? It's powerful. You're translating those detailed audit findings, all that complex logic you've applied, into actual, actionable recovery batches. You are the architect of that recovery. You make it happen. How incredible is that? This process is all about making a difference.
Initializing our environment is where precision begins. We're looking at the core setup here. See how we select BCBS_YW as our client name? That's our first critical step, making sure we're in the right client space. Right next to it, our audit ID, 6366, is clearly entered. This number is going to be incredibly important for our workflow. What happens next in our process? We open screen, which then funnels directly into claims detail for an in-depth review. From there, those detailed claims feed into power bars for further analysis. Notice the parallel processing? We can often manage multiple claim streams simultaneously, which is super efficient. But wait, before we can truly unleash our analytical power, there's a flashing orange box demanding our attention. It's a critical check. Verify audit ID 6366 before proceeding. Why is this so incredibly important? Because this ID, 6366, is our golden thread. It ensures every single claim we touch, every detail we scrutinize, is tied to the correct audit. Get this wrong, and our entire COB effort is off target. Always verify, always double check.
All right, let's talk about setting our foundation. We're diving into calibration, static identifiers. Think of this as our pre-flight checklist. Before we hit the big red button, we must ensure our base data is rock solid. See that audit ID and claim source? These are your anchors. They're called static identifiers for a reason. They don't change, and they shouldn't. An audit ID like 6366 gives this entire audit its unique fingerprint. You need to know exactly which audit you're working on, right? No room for ambiguity here. And claim source like srcdata.hc007, this is absolutely critical. It tells us where this claim data originated. Is it from a specific client system, a particular data feed? Knowing your source is paramount for tracing, validating, and, dare I say, defending our findings. Imagine trying to reconcile an overpayment without knowing the original source of the claim. That's a headache we actively avoid. The instruction here is clear. Verify values, then proceed to dynamic controls. It's not optional, it's foundational. If our static identifiers are off, even by a single digit, what happens to all our complex logic downstream? It crumbles. And nobody wants to chase down an error caused by a simple misread at the start. Notice the status, always on. That's a constant reminder that this isn't a one-time check. These fields are your bedrock. They remain static to maintain stability, just like it says. Get these right, and you've built yourself a sturdy platform for uncovering some truly magnificent COB findings. Let's make sure our base is flawless.
All right, here we go. When we're talking about the logic engine and pinpointing the root cause, notice our starting point. Start recovery. This is where everything kicks off. From there, we immediately hit a crucial fork in the road, don't we? On one side, we see the commercial path. That's for your standard commercial claims. But look over here, the vibrant, glowing path highlighted in orange, Medicare/Gov. This is our world, the one we're diving deep into. And what's the critical step within that Medicare path? It's the selection of Root HC002. See that little padlock icon right there? It's not just for show. Selecting Root HC002 isn't just picking a code. It's literally the key that unlocks Medicare-only reasons. Think about it. This single choice, Root HC002, effectively switches our entire logic engine into Medicare mode. It tells the system, hey, we're playing by Medicare rules now. How cool is that? It means we're gearing up to apply all those intricate MSP primacy rules we're going to master. This is where the specialized COB analysis truly begins.
All right, let's dive into decoding the CNL reason. This is where we ensure our documentation perfectly matches our audit findings. Look at scenario A. When we've got a member who is age entitled or on an individual plan, what's our CNL reason code? It has to be HCCOB-128. And why HCCOB-128? Because that code specifically translates to age individual policy. It's a direct one-to-one match. No room for error here, right? Now, shift your focus to scenario B. What happens if we discover other commercial insurance involved during our audit? That immediately tells us our CNL reason must be HCCOBCM-111. This code, HCCOBCM-111, is dedicated to other commercial insurance. It's a beautiful, precise alignment. This isn't just about picking a code. This is about absolute accuracy. The CNL reason you select must perfectly align with the specific entitlement scenario you uncovered. We're verifying that the story we tell with our data is the exact same story that claim documents tell. It's all about consistency and eliminating any discrepancies for the audit team. Are you seeing how critical this precision is? It makes all the difference.
All right, let's talk Medicare, an essential carrier for our COB investigations. Notice that OI carrier name is crystal clear, Medicare. That's our first step in identification. Now, for the OI carrier number, look closely. Do you see that big, bold asterisk with the do not fill symbol? This is a major one, team. We never populate the OI carrier number for Medicare claims. Why the strict do not fill rule? Because, as our handy note explains, unlike commercial claims, do not use match level here. This is a critical difference that separates Medicare processing from our commercial claims work. We are not using match level for Medicare. No numbers needed for the carrier ID. Instead, when it comes to the project field for Medicare, we shift our focus to the Select Specific MSP rule. This is where your mastery of Medicare secondary payer logic kicks in. Is it age? Is it ESRD? We'll dig into those complex rules later, but for now, remember, identify Medicare, leave the carrier number blank, and get ready to apply those MSP primacy rules. You've got this.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of financial calibration.
This is where you, the sharp COB analyst, become the ultimate detective of dollars. First, look at our timing. We're locking in those crucial effective dates. Med A and Med B both hitting on 01/01/2023. What does that tell you immediately? It means any claims before that date are out of scope for Medicare's primary responsibility, right? You have to get these dates precise. A single day off, boom, overpayment error, or worse, missed savings. Accuracy is paramount here. Now, let's pivot to valuation. This is all about how we quantify those dollars, specifically for the line paid amount. See that apply field from grid? Notice the big bold X? That's a huge flag. It means we are not automatically pulling the line paid amount from some existing grid. You're going to be custom calibrating this. We're not just taking numbers at face value here, are we? This demands a deeper dive, manually confirming, manually validating every single penny. And when we group things up, we're taking the max amount. Why max? Think about it. We want to capture the highest potential paid amount within that grouping for our analysis. Complex logic, precise application. That's what we're after.
All right, let's get into the critical details of finding those coordination of benefits opportunities. We're zeroing in on the COB claim selection within our custom query tool. Why is this so vital? Because it's our direct pipeline to identifying those precious overlap windows. We're not just casting a wide net here, we're targeting with laser precision. Look at this visualization. We have BCBSY coverage and Medicare coverage, but the real gold, it's the overlap window. This is where both plans could be responsible. This is our target-rich environment. How do we actually define that overlap for our query? Precisely with these parameters. We need the patnum, our member ID, to know who we're looking at. Then claim BEG-DOS and claim IN-DOS become absolutely critical. These aren't just dates, these are the precise boundaries of our overlap window. This is the logical core for nailing down exactly when and where a claim could be dual covered. Missing even a day here could mean leaving money on the table, right? This is the bedrock of accurate COB identification.
All right, look at this. We're diving deep into strategic segmentation here. We've got Part A and Part B, and they're not always playing nice together on the same timeline. See Part A? It kicks off January 1st, running through November. That's our Batch A. Solid, right? But then, bam, Part B rolls in. Its start date is December 1st, and that's our Batch B, going onwards. Notice something crucial here? The effective dates differ. This isn't just a random split team. This is about precision. Our protocol is crystal clear. If those effective dates are different, and here they are, we do not combine them. Why? Because we're building separate batches, one for Part A, one for Part B. Think about it. Cleaner processing, sharper audits, zero confusion. This is how we ensure every single claim is adjudicated against the correct eligibility window. It's smart, it's efficient, and it keeps our data pristine. You see that elegant separation? That's what we're aiming for every time. All right, let's dive right into isolating those crucial Part A inpatient claims. This is where we start sifting through all the claims data to find exactly what we need. Our first filter? Place of service, or POS. What are we looking for here? Claims where the POS equals 21. And as that helpful reference box reminds us, POS 21 means one thing: inpatient hospital. Simple, right? We're narrowing down to hospital stays. But wait, there's more. Just being an inpatient hospital claim isn't quite enough for Part A. We add another powerful filter: type of bill, or TOB. For Part A inpatient claims, we need the TOB to begin with 11. That 11 tells us we're looking at a hospital bill specifically for an inpatient stay, an original submission. See how these two specific filters, POS 21 and a TOB starting with 11, precisely carve out those Part A inpatient claims? It's this kind of logic that helps us zero in on exactly what matters for our audit. So precise.
Execution. This is where the rubber meets the road, isn't it? After all that meticulous filtering and validation we've done, our very next step is right here. We click Build Batch. What are we doing when we hit Build Batch? We're compiling all our hard work, ensuring every eligible claim is grouped, prepped, and ready for the next stage. But sometimes the system throws a curveball. A system warning pop-up detected. Ever seen this? It's a classic, right? It's our system giving us a heads up, a final check before processing.
But for us, for the expert COB analyst, this isn't a roadblock. This is just a momentary pause. Our action is crystal clear. We click Yes to bypass. We know what we're doing. We've validated our data. We're confident in our batch. So we bypass that warning and keep our momentum going. See how every step, even a system warning, has a precise, logical response in our workflow? That's efficiency, people.
Accuracy and tracker updates? It's the backbone of preventing rework. See that Med-Pri-Y? That immediately tells us something crucial. Medicare is primary. And what does a sharp COB analyst do with that information? We move it to the 513 status. 513. Are we just marking it and moving on? Absolutely not. This status means Medicare is primary, and the claims are officially COB'd and written. We're not just identifying, we're actively building and coordinating those claims. This level of detail ensures proper routing and follow-through. And that always means a specific note is required. Think about it. Why is in plan, Medicare is primary for parts A and B beginning, built blank claims for approximately blank? You see the precision? That's celebrating complex logic right there, detailing exactly what happened. The MC audit case type simply confirms we're looking at a Medicare audit. Now, check out that audit trail note. Rev date, update if revisiting. Why is that so incredibly critical? Because if you revisit a case and don't update that date, how do we track our touches? How do we prevent another audit team member from picking it up and duplicating work? It's all about preventing rework. It all circles back to this powerful statement at the bottom. Correct status coding prevents rework and ensures routing. This isn't just data entry, it's smart workflow management. You are making sure every case moves through the system with maximum efficiency, and that's how we keep the paper trail clean and effective.
All right, narrative templates. These are your secret weapons for maintaining consistency and smashing those accuracy goals in the comments field. First up, age individual. This template is a go-to for standard Medicare primary situations. You've confirmed the member's Parts A and B effective dates, right? Then you simply populate those dates. It clearly states Medicare is primary. No ambiguity, no room for error. We love clarity in COB. Now, ESRD. This one's fantastic. Notice 30-month coordination period is null. Why is that so important, COB analysts? It's that nuanced rule we just covered. If Medicare was primary before ESRD entitlement, that 30-month GHP primary window evaporates. Medicare stays primary. This template captures that intricate logic perfectly. It's about precision. And for inpatient scenarios, when Medicare shifts to primary during a member's inpatient stay. This helps explain that critical date change, especially relevant when we're filtering claims for POS 21, right? Every detail paints a picture for the audit team. So, why these templates? Look at the bottom. Copy-paste directly from source templates to comments field. What does that mean for you? Efficiency, consistency, and most importantly, reducing those pesky accuracy errors. No typos, no missed phrases. We're aiming for perfection here, gang.
What a sight! This mission debrief shows a successful audit, doesn't it? Look at those check marks. Every single one signifies a critical step completed with precision. First up, the audit ID for this specific case, 6366. It's our unique identifier, tracking every detail of this recovery. Next, the root cause HC-002. This tells us why the claim was initially processed incorrectly. Understanding this prevents future errors, right? Crucial stuff. Then, the CNL reason, HC-COB-128 and HC-COBCM-111. These codes are gold. They confirm the specific Medicare secondary payer rules in play. We're likely seeing a working age scenario here. Commercial primary due to age, then the primacy shifts. The OI name clearly identifies Medicare. Even if a policy number isn't immediately visible, confirming Medicare is our first major step toward proper coordination. Now for some serious filtering. Part A filter, POS 21 plus TOB 11 asterisk. Remember what that means? We're targeting inpatient hospital claims, place of service 21, and any type of bill starting with 11. This filter ensures we grab only the relevant Part A claims for review, precision at its finest.
and the ultimate win, tracker status 513. This means Medicare is primary, and we've successfully built and coordinated those claims. Recovery initiated. That's the result we always strive for, isn't it?